Well, as long as we don't see another shovel at Lumberjack's cave, and it's a red
Oh,
rupee in
we
Link's
were both
house.
wrong. Alright, Link versus Ganondorf. Who can get to the Triforce first? I like this. I gotta say, I really do like the Ganondorf sprite. I used that the other day, and it's pretty slick.
It is a pretty great sprite. I won't spoil it for anyone that hasn't seen it, but you gotta check out what happens when he turns into a bunny. And
Ooh.
is that 16 bombs at the first tree pull?
Holy moly, dude. So, if they want to, they can actually just do Hyrule Castle right now. You only need 5 bombs to do that. Though, it is kind of... takes a while. But definitely good to see bombs early on. So you don't have to purchase them later.
Yeah, that really takes a lot of that opening game anxiety off of them.
Alright, looks like they are both opting to save and quit. I don't blame them for that. Well, you can kind of make this into a single trip if you have 5 bombs to take out the guards in the castle. Coming back with a weapon is just so much easier.
I totally agree, and now that I've seen Ninban's file name, Hype, I'm excited for this Race 3.
Yeah, they are too, I can definitely tell. Alright, so if anyone is unfamiliar with Link to the Past Randomizer, the tournament that's been going on for a good month or two now, what they're doing is all of the items around Hyrule have been shuffled, and they are here to find the items needed to complete the crystal dungeons, which have also been shuffled, so we're not quite sure what dungeons are the 7 crystals quite yet. So they'll have to find the items to finish those dungeons, and then do Ganon's Tower and defeat Ganon.
And that's entirely right, and it looks like it's just a heart container at Lumberjack's. We do get a map check. I saw a red pendant at Eastern, and Crystal 1-up at Tower Hera.
Oh dang, that's exactly what I saw too.
And I also see a red crystal, Crystal 6, down at Desert Palace.
Oh, okay, you beat me then. Nice. Alright, so 2 crystals in the light world, not bad. It means there are 2 potentially optional dungeons in the Dark World. And that's the place you want to see the most pendants.
While you are technically correct, and those dungeons will be optional for beating the game, I'd be very surprised if they don't dive into those dungeons, try and find some items out of them, especially if one of those pendants is Turtle Rock. I think we'll see the runners going in there.
Yeah, I would definitely agree with that. Turtle Rock is definitely a spot where you don't really want to dive into it if you can avoid it, but if you have the ability to, it seems like a pretty good play. Alright, both players are just doing the standard rundown of town here. Town has a very good number of chests in here. There's like at least 14, and as long as you have 3 bombs, you can check all of them. Or I guess 4 bombs, depending on if the race game down south has something or not.
Either way, they're not going to be wanting for bombs right now, as we see a piece of heart, a red rupee, a green potion early, and that single arrow.
The single arrow already. So what that green potion will do, that'll allow them to check the item from the sick kid, which is very good to find before leaving town, because he just happens to be in town.
Yeah, it's one of those things, if you don't get a bottle early, it's just an awkward bit of routing, and when you finally find your bottle, you go, oh, do I need to visit sick kid? And now they just get it out of the way.
Yeah, if you have the flute, it's much less of an issue, but man, if you have to walk here from Sanctuary just to turn that in, it's definitely a pain in the butt.
Alright, let's see what the well has. The Book of Mudora.
Ooh.
Perhaps an early desert play.
Oh, goodness.
And the magic mirror.
We're only 2 chests under the well, let's go. And the boots!
A piece of heart and another piece of heart, so someone stacked the well with all the good items here. And chat's pointing out we could get a pedestal check right now if one of the runners wanted to.
It's a really expensive boomerang. Alright, so with the book and the boots in hand, I would definitely expect them both to go to desert very soon.
Absolutely. I mean, you still need some source of fire to get to the boss, but with the boots in hand, you don't have to worry about not getting whatever's on that torch.
Yeah,
I think we'll see a very early desert.
Oh, for sure. You can definitely get at least one item there, and unless the boss has the other, they can get both. But there's still a good amount of free chests that they can both check, so they'll probably check the quick ones first before heading over to the desert.
Sick kid just with some bombs, back of the bar with just 20 rupees, and you know, I wouldn't be surprised if they went into desert and found the lamp in desert. That's the kind of thing that I see a lot.
My favorite was, not long ago, I had both gloves as both items in desert, so maybe we'll see that.
Well, that's right. I suppose they will need the gloves to get to the back half.
Oh yeah, they will, won't they? Oh, there's a sword sitting there on the library ledge. Good timing.
Thanks to those early boots.
They just want to start getting their bonk count up early. Oh, just a 20 on the race game ledge. Clifford's making the gamble on it. When you have the boots, you can just run right into this wall here. You don't have to actually sit there and bomb it.
Yeah. I mean, we know it doesn't work out for him, but on the off chance that was a good item, you know, doing the boots here gets you there really quickly.
Yeah, it looks like Ninban is going to be checking out the back half of Escape, or I guess all of Escape, really. Yeah, I don't know. I imagine he might do a dark room. I don't know the experience of these two runners in relation to dark rooms, but he'll actually be able to check all the chests down here, and if he wants, since he has the small key, he can actually walk to the back of Escape, and check the 3 chests that are in the back, if he can do dark rooms.
That's right. Just based on what I've seen from these runners and how they discuss things, I wouldn't be surprised to see a dark room play out of them, especially right here. I think by the end of the race, in those nasty rooms, they'll be wanting a lamp, but it wouldn't surprise me to see them go through here.
Yeah, when you have 5 hearts and a sword, I don't think this dark room section here is actually all that difficult.
But not seeing any items of value so far.
No, I think the map is still out too, so maybe they'll find the map down here in the prison cell, which would be just awful because it takes a while to get down here.
Well, at least they have the mirror so they can get back out quickly.
That's true, they won't have to do the death warp that you'll commonly see here. I do like the boomerang strats there in that room. That's reminiscent of the basic run of this game. Oh, it's the map in the prison cell! That's gotta stink.
Well, you called that one.
Alright, with that mirror, he is going into the dark room. So he'll be able to check the chest in the dark room and make it all the way to the back to get the 3 chests at the end. So he won't need the gloves to check those.
That's right. Lamp? These guys don't need a lamp yet.
Yeah, he does only have 2 hit points left. Hit points? Oh my gosh, did I say that? He's only got... Okay, he found another one, but the stuff here at Escape doesn't actually hurt that much. I think the rats only do like 1/4 of a heart of damage, and everything else is half. It looks like he found some health, so he's actually doing pretty good now.
Yeah, and it looks like Clifford is opting to go south and not do the sequence break right now. Although I kind of like Ninban's play, I don't blame Clifford for trying to keep the logic in its proper order, not messing with it, and just going, yeah, let me clear what the game expects me to clear right now.
Sure, I can definitely understand that mindset. I do that myself in regards to flippers sometime.
And especially right now, I think he's looking for a lamp, so he can do that finish of desert when he needs to. And so if you're looking for a lamp, there's no point in going to lamp-locked areas.
Man, oh no! I think he got taken out by a snake.
Silly snakes.
Is he gonna give it another shot? No, he too is gonna save and quit out and save it for later. Well, that kind of stinks, but I mean, it is what it is. So I guess either the lamp or the gloves will be... Oh man, I gotta feel like they'll be soon. I really feel like I want them to go finish desert, but maybe just want them to check those 1 chests.
Yeah, maybe that's all it's saying is dip into desert, get something, and then don't come back here for an hour.
Right.
Oh, and Ninban's getting the mirror glitch off on those blocks. As Clifford comes up with nothing in Mini Moldorm Cave.
Nothing. So with the boots, it's actually not too bad to run all the way over here to the Ice Rod Cave, but with this much health, he's gonna die to 1 hit from a crab.
Yeah, those crabs hit way too hard for start of game light world enemies.
Ooh. Okay, good. He made it. Those crabs always sneak up on you. Alright, what are we looking at? Silvers? Very nice find. Won't have to worry about that, which is just... How did that bomb miss? Did you see that?
I saw that. I was gonna say, what is going on for Ninban when that bomb completely missed both Moldorm that it hit?
How did that happen?
I'm gonna need to call one of the devs to get an analysis of what happened at that point.
Oh my gosh. Jerk Moldorms, what the heck? Anyway, we'll see what is in Sahasrala's hut here. It's another one of those rare spots where you don't have to use a bomb, you can just dash the back. Oh, go in the green pendant in Turtle Rock, alright.
I am going to say it right now. These guys are going to have to go to Turtle Rock at some point.
Oh yeah, definitely. Is this game 3? Yes, this is game 3. Both these players are 1-1.
That's right. If you're just joining now and you missed it earlier, these two raced on Tuesday. Clifford won by about 5 minutes. These two raced last night. Ninban won by about 5 minutes. I think this is going to be a tight race tonight. And whoever wins is going to keep moving on throughout the brackets.
Looks like Ninban is setting up for fake flippers over here. Without the Moon Pearl, he won't be able to check the... Wait, does he have real flippers? Oh, no, he's doing the water walking thing. Nice. With the boots, this makes this super speedy. I love it. Blue boomerang on the island. It looks like he's not going up to Hobo. He's just gonna run straight over here. Oh, wait! Does this glitch allow the waterfall?
It does, and we've seen some pretty creative use out of water walking from Ninban so far, including getting a Master Sword.
Oh, baby. So, with the book he has, you can actually check any tablets you come across. Which I guess would only be the one in Hera, probably, at present. Whenever they get access to Death Mountain.
Oh, and Clifford's finding the flippers in Eastern Palace.
Oh,
so
well.
Ninban didn't really sequence break there.
Well, once he finds those, he's going to have to remember that he did not check the Hobo, just in case he has something. Those flippers may have been, they may have wanted to grab those to check the Hobo.
That is a possibility.
Yeah, he's headed over to EP right now, so it won't be too long before he finds him.
Clifford's second item in Eastern, 20 rupees.
I don't know. I definitely like... Oh no, that unfortunate bomb throw. I definitely like holding off on Desert until finding the lamp, like to make sure that you can complete it. But they don't have the gloves either. So, unless both of those items are in Desert, they're... I don't know. I feel like I would check Desert more quickly than... I don't think I would head into the EP first, even though I know I wouldn't be able to complete the dungeon.
Yeah, as you mentioned before, it could be just the seeds saying, go get something out of desert, not go beat desert right now. And that's a fine line you have to walk when you're trying to read these logics.
Yeah, so in a super easy dark room in Eastern Palace, it's definitely one of the easier dark rooms to learn. So if you're concerned about dark rooms, go try that one. It's actually pretty easy.
Yeah, use that one. Get comfortable doing dark rooms, and then you can try taking on some of the harder ones. Clifford gets the third item out of Eastern Palace. So that place is a wash unless they have to go and get the pedestal.
Now where's your... Oh, bonk rocks. He didn't check the bonk rocks, huh? Did either player check these yet? I don't think they ran up here after getting the boots, and I definitely don't blame him for that. There's a third sword!
Wow, that's a lot of swords we're seeing at the start of the race for these guys.
So if he goes and does all of his flipper stuff, he'll have tempered pretty quickly. It hasn't even been 20 minutes yet.
So I don't think he's going for the flippers. I think he's been up this way before. I think we're getting a pedestal check out of Clifford.
Oh, jeez. This is a pretty interesting time to come check it. I mean, I guess this is as close as you're gonna be for a while, to the pedestal, but if I had the mirror already, I feel like I would just wait until I'm in Skull Woods. I don't know, though.
I'm inclined to agree with you because he's got the mirror already. If I didn't have the mirror, now would be a great time to check. But
Sure.
at least he knows, hey, it's just a heart container.
Yeah, he does know he will not have to come back to Eastern for anything now.
So it looks like he's not going to use those flippers yet. He is going to make the play straight to desert.
Alright. So I'm going to say we're going to find the... Well, I'd say the lamp, but the lamp actually doesn't unlock anything. It's going to have to be like the flute, isn't it? It's going to have to be the flute or the gloves and flippers. I suppose it can be like... I don't know.
Well, it can't be the flippers. Did you mean the hammer, or?
Yeah, those are similar words.
They both have a letter repeated in the middle.
Yeah. So, yeah, unless the two items in desert are both the lamp, or I guess the fire rod, and the power glove, that's what I was going to say. They won't be able to finish desert quite yet, but it feels like the seed is kind of stringing them along to check desert at least.
Well, certainly. I mean, I can't think of any other spots they're supposed to check by the logic right now.
I guess King Zora, but that's a lot of rupees away still.
Yeah, there is that.
And yeah, none of them checked Hobo either.
Well, Ninban checked there and now found 10 arrows, so between them, I think there's just Desert and King Zora. I'm kind of betting on the flute now.
I suppose the gloves do give them access to the back of escape as well, but man oh man. They already have the boots. I feel like the flute would be a good addition for speed.
Hey, this is a race, you gotta go fast. As Ninban gets his third sword already.
Tempered, less than 20 minutes in. It's gotta feel good. You already have silvers, you already have tempered. So there's nothing extra you're gonna have to hunt for whenever you're headed towards Ganon.
Now there is also the possibility that all they find here is lamp. Well, they did find a power glove.
Hey, that's the back of escape they have access to now.
It is.
Now, is the lamp or the fire rod also here? Let's see. I guess the big key has to be on the torch, doesn't it? Yeah.
And we did see just a progressive shield right now, the plastic shield on the ledge outside. So that won't help them.
Yeah, I can't imagine they'll pick it up. It is close enough to where I mean, I guess if they really want the fire shield later. There's the hammer! Well, glove, hammer, there is Dark World access, but we still don't have the Moon Pearl.
Yeah, so Clifford's going to check the back part of escape here. Probably will find the Moon Pearl.
That's what I'm guessing too.
If he finds the lamp, then I see them forced up Aga Tower.
Or Death Mountain, I suppose. Yeah.
Oh yeah, Death Mountain.
They can find. They can get Nahara that way.
You're right. With the gloves, they can climb up Death Mountain.
Oh well, that works too.
Oh my gosh, this seed is just putting little tokens out and stringing them along.
All right. Well, that's Hera access. That's East Death Mountain access too, with that sweet hammer they found.
Phew.
They're gonna have access to a lot at once they find that Moon Pearl. That's like the entirety of Dark World open to them. Gosh, including Swamp Palace.
Yeah, they won't be able to finish it without the hook shot, but they can get in and get at what, 5 chests? 4, I suppose. Oh, and we missed our chance for a song at Swag Duck.
Oh dang, I forgot to sing. Shucks.
Me too. What a tragedy.
I can't believe it. Maybe next time. Stay tuned. The dude was singing. Thank you.
Yeah,
I'm
shout
glad
out to
someone
our
was.
tracker, Dude.
Who not only is a tracker, but is also a vocalist, apparently. Alright, we'll see Clifford here doing this dark room to save the old man in the cave here. So the logic will not require this right now, but doing this will still unlock the the item that he gives you and the save and quit point that you get from the mountain cave. So it's pretty. This is also another pretty simple dark room, and it's pretty fast to do. So unlocking that save and quit point, I think, is really good.
Yeah, that's a great reason to go and do that room a bit ahead of time.
Ice rod. Well, looks like Pendant Turtle Rock.
It is starting to point them in that direction.
That's just gotta be luck of the draw, right? They're not going to really have to beat Trinex, are they?
Sure. I mean, normally I'd say that's idle speculation, but with the green pendant on Sahasra or on Turtle Rock, I do start to wonder.
We saw just a bee in the Spectacle Rock Cave, which unfortunately I don't think they'll be able to get, or they won't want to get that. I think they should go get it, but
I like bees.
I guess yeah, bees are pretty cool. I'm not the one playing, so I guess I can't. I can like tell people to go get bees. Oh, with their Master Sword, yeah, they can totally take the tap with their Master Sword that Ninban. Oh, I guess Ninban did get that, didn't he? Because he has the temperate at the moment.
Yeah, so Clifford's other sword upgrade that he hasn't found, for those that missed it, is in the Waterfall Fairy chest. With the flippers, he will probably go there eventually. I think he's just waiting to get to 500 rupees.
Yeah, until you have that 500 limit for Zora, you're definitely going to want to pick up any rupees you come across, in my opinion. But right now, they do have quite a bit.
Unfortunately, he doesn't know there's a 300 on the Zora ledge.
Oh, was there? I totally missed it. Well,
yeah, so if he just went to Zora, he could do it, but
with that big key in that that top chest in Hera, they actually will not need fire to get up here and beat up Moldorm, so that's good.
So, I saw Ninban was in a dark room for a while. Did he go and do the back half of Escape again? The sewers?
Oh, yeah, he may very well have. It would have been a good time to do it, considering he had just got his flute there.
Now, I didn't see anything come out of there. But...
There's the lamp in Hera!
That's one of 2 items for them. Chat saying it was a big 20 in the dark there.
And bombos. Oh my gosh.
So
2 fire-like items.
Yeah. Well, they won't have to do the Hera basement, so we won't be seeing a coffee break tonight.
No, he just got his lamp to do it. I guess he doesn't have to. Alright, where is the lamp going to lead you? I feel like the pearl's gotta be in East Death Mountain, right? Then?
Surely.
I suppose it could still be on the pyramid. They just had to get the lamps to go to Aghanim to find it.
That would be exceedingly nasty, and I mean, at this point, I think it's pretty improbable just because of how much stuff is left on East Death Mountain.
They have what? I think 7, 8 chests that they can find over here still. They can also check the floating island, which as soon as they get Darkhold access over, as soon as they find the Myths and the Pearl, they'll be able to grab that. Man, an early mirror is kind of weird. It doesn't feel like it happens that often anymore.
Oh, and we got a map check.
5 at Swamp Palace. Pod is the blue pendant.
And as we already knew, green pendant at Turtle Rock. As Ninban was briefly, I think that was Ganon.
Yeah, the Ganondorf sprite is a really good bunny sprite. And there was Ether and Spiral Cave, so already 2 of the medallions, very quick order. So with Eastern and Pod as pendants, we could get into a strange situation here where the bow can actually end up in Ganon's tower.
That's right. The bow can be in, at this point, pretty much any spot in the game except the top of Ganon's tower. That's got to sit a bit uneasily with these guys.
There's the Moon Pearl.
There's our Dark World access.
And if he finds the Myths up here, that's even more Dark World access. But I don't know. I think they found what they wanted them to find. Oh gosh, don't die. This would be a bad place to die. Okay, good.
That would be a terrible place to take a death.
Right, Ninban climbing up Hera, he'll be finding his Bombos and his lamp right here. Definitely happy to see those. So I guess that does deconfirm Aghanim, doesn't it?
With Moon Pearl, Glove, and Hammer, they can get anywhere in the world.
Yikes, Ninban misses that Hera bomb jump, so he's going down too.
Well, at least he has the mirror. Or the ice rod.
Clifford immediately going to check Hype Cave.
Oh yeah, this is a great spot to check. Oh, as Ninban gets knocked down another hole in the floor.
He's starting to get a little low on health.
Just getting fine. Jostled around in Hera here.
Clifford is also a little bit low on health.
So Hype Cave is a piece of heart. The hook shot.
Ooh. There's the rest of Swamp.
And some money, I think, at this point.
You do Swamp right now, don't you? I
Surely
feel like
you just do Swamp. You're in the Dark World. already.
And you're right next to it. It's a 5,
It's your other
and
red crystal.
Yeah. Oh, Ninban, watch out! Oh no!
Oh!
He was just about to pick up a heart too.
And yeah, Clifford is going to go and do Swamp. I know so many people, myself included, like to put off doing Swamp if there's a chance that you don't have to full clear it. If there's a chance you can just go straight to the end. But I think when your Swamp access is this early, you just kind of have to go, yeah, there's no way around it. I'm checking this entire dungeon.
Oh no, he wanted that full magic, but he hits the star and it goes over the hole. Oh man, Ninban's having a really nasty Hera. Where did Ninban get the second sword upgrade? The waterfall, the 2 chests in the waterfall ferry, there is a sword in there. Clifford just hasn't been over there yet. That's actually the first time he's used this full cruise, was right there.
The routing on that works really nicely for Clifford because
Yeah, I'll say.
he can take the mirror and just do Catfish and all the Zora area at once.
Yeah, in an older version, I would say that's pretty, like, that was definitely a common thing, but I haven't been able to do that in such a long time.
No, me neither. Ninban does get his Bombos finally, after a bit of nastiness.
I love the fancy hammer dash right there. You're gonna switch to the hammer anyway coming up, so you might as well do it right there and look good doing it. Where was Moonpearl? Moonpearl was in East Death Mountain. It was in the 2 chest part of the 7 chest cave. So Ninban will be finding that very quickly after dispatching a Moldorm here.
The good news is he's doing this fight with Tempered, so that's a lot nicer than it could be.
He got a poke off, so he's gonna get the fast phase. There we go.
He will get his first crystal.
Yeah, a bit of a brutal Hera there, but he does manage to get through it.
Alright, so Ninban is going to head to East Death Mountain. He will get his ether. He will be able to check the little item on the floating island, and he will get his Moonpearl up here.
Yeah, and I guess we know the correct play is to go to Hype Cave to get that hook shot, but oh, Clifford thought about drowning the key there. I'm glad he stopped.
Oh, that's the kind of thing. If you mess it up, it's what, maybe a minute or two that you lose, but
it's pretty bad, yeah.
You, I think the real damage of that is if you miss it up, you just get mad at yourself for making that mistake, and it will haunt you the whole run. But he avoided it, so he's good. He's good.
Oh, Ninban, down to 1 heart. You do not want to die here. This is going to take a while to get back to. That's fine. He'll be able to get 2 hearts in the... I almost feel like you should do the upstairs cave. Oh, wait, this is the downstairs cave. Never mind. No, never mind. He's doing it right.
Yep.
Wait, did Clifford do the left side?
He did not yet. I wouldn't be surprised, because I don't think he has the big key. I wouldn't be surprised if he's going to clear the dungeon, come back in with the big key, and then do the left side.
Yeah, I guess so. If the key happens to be on the left side, though, he's going to have to walk back, so... I mean,
that is definitely true.
It's all gambles, no matter which way you put it. Now, he'll definitely be back. I don't think he's skipping it at all.
Alright, and Ninban, with the Moonpearl, is going to go to...
Oh, is he also going to Hype Cave? I think Clifford was really hoping for the big key right there, so he could just go upstairs from this 2 chest room. Yeah, and there it is.
He gets it here. And looks like Ninban make the same play.
Good,
at least as far as Hype Cave.
So I guess we'll see if he decides also to duck into Swamp Palace here. I still feel like it's a good idea, even if there ends up being nothing here. I mean, you're not losing that much time, I guess, by checking the left side chest this early. Dang, just the map.
And it looks like Ninban is going to make the same play.
Oh boy. I definitely like this. No, where's he going? He's going to the Bombos tablet. Then maybe he's going to Swamp. I mean, sure, you can check this before or after. It's really just an either or thing. What is the vanilla big chest in Swamp? It is the hook shot.
It is the hook shot, and in the vanilla game, the item text will say boing, boing, which sounds irrelevant until you look at the pedestal when the hook shot's on there, and it says the same text for you.
Yeah, I've definitely heard of a couple people getting kind of weirded out by that. They had no idea what that meant.
Boing, boing. Am I supposed to find moon shoes on this pedestal?
Oh my gosh. I don't want a hook shot if I have that. That sounds great. Alright, Clifford making the very long trek back up to Argus after all that. I want moon shoes now, man. What have you done? The Rock's Feather? Yeah, he found the Rock's Feather in the Swamp Big Chest.
Yeah, close enough.
Oh, man. Well, at least now I will have a much better Argus fight than Clifford will with that Tempered Sword. The little cheese ball puffs. Yeah, the little cheese ball puffs do go down in a single slash of the Tempered Sword, while the Master Sword will need two.
Two, or you can pull two at once and do a spin. Or you can pull one, switch to the hammer, and hit it with the hammer to take it out in a hit. Which you wouldn't do with the Master Sword, but we saw both runners do last night because they were on Fighter Sword for this fight.
Nice. Looks like he's just gonna go one pull and swipe. Eh. It's definitely more consistent, I suppose, than pulling two and trying to hit them both at once.
That's right. And if you blinked and missed it, Blue Tunic was in the waterfall room, I believe, here.
Yes. To answer a question in chat, there is a list of the text that things are on the pedestal. I don't have the link handy right now, but I know that that list does exist and it is public. So maybe you can ask in the Randomizer Discord, and I'm sure someone will be glad to point that out for you.
That's a pretty great place to be.
Heck yeah. Lots of people there just willing to help out. We have a lot of new people recently that have been just asking what runners would feel like is basic stuff, but if you're running out, if you're just starting out, it's definitely like not obvious stuff, and everyone's still really willing to help out. So definitely give that a check out if you are interested at all in Zelda Randomizer.
Yeah, so it turns out Swamp, not a useful place for these guys to be, surprisingly, but they will at least get their second crystal out of that.
Yeah, I could actually see Clifford just jumping right into Desert from here.
Yeah, that's one thing I quite like about his routing here.
Yeah, looks like that's what he's gonna do. This will also open up the Pyramid Fairy after he does it. So,
Yeah.
It was a bit unfortunate. I'm sorry. It was a bit unfortunate that Swamp ended up having no items in it, but I mean, it could always getting the double read on the tablet, nice. But it could still have locked out the Pyramid Fairy, so I can imagine he'll be checking that after this. Man, that's feels really quick to check out Pyramid Fairy, doesn't it?
Yeah, I mean, as it is, Clifford's going to have 3 crystals at about 45 minutes in or less, which is insanely fast. But really what that means is things like the Fire Rod, the Cane of Samaria, they could be hiding in so many spots because the world is open to the runners right now.
Yeah, the only real overworld unlocking thing we have left is the myths. And so that can also still be in a lot of spots. They haven't even been to the Village of Outcasts yet.
Completely right about that. I expect Clifford will be heading there as soon as he's done up here, since he'll be able to do that swamp into Thievestown dip.
Alright, Land Mole's fight, with only the Master's... I say only the Master's Sword, but that's better than you have in the base game. I could definitely see some Ice Rod plays right here, I think.
Yeah, he's going for the magic. He's gonna take out the Ice Rod.
Oh boy, I love
2 hits per snake if you can manage to land them.
Yeah, the Ice Rod is notoriously more difficult to use than the Fire Rod, because the shot doesn't like start right away. It kind of hovers in front of you for a second before going.
Well, he gets 2 of them.
Oh, dang, got away.
Ninban, meanwhile, continuing with his clear of Swamp Palace. We did see him pick up the blue mail.
Yeah, and he is going back for the big chest, understandably.
I personally can barely tell a difference between the green Ganon and the blue Ganon, but that's what the tracker's for.
Oh, I think, yeah, it's his cape, isn't it? His back of his cape is blue.
Ganon is sneaky.
Alright, Clifford, is he gonna go check the Pyramid Fairy right now? Yeah, he's totally doing it! I love it.
I mean, certainly the higher item density comes if you go straight to Skull Woods and do Thievestown, but there's got to be something in your mind going, I got all this stuff so early, let me do these red crystals as early as possible. There's got to be something at the pyramid.
Yeah, if you're given all the items to do Swamp Palace this early, you gotta feel like it's for a reason. Wait, where's he going?
Oh, he's going to do some light world checking.
Oh, I see.
I mean, there's a digging game, there's a circle of bushes, there's Old Stumpy.
I got way too excited for the Pyramid Fairy. I guess there is other stuff over here.
But I wouldn't be surprised to see him come back from this, go over to the pyramid, and then head all the way up to the water areas in the top right portion of the map.
Yeah, without the myths, he won't be able to actually continue on to town from here, so that does seem like that is what he will do.
And sorry for those who didn't get it, Old Stumpy is the flute boy, the guy who gives you the flute in the vanilla game. But then he turns into a tree afterwards, so we call him that.
Alright, Ninban grabs his second crystal, which just happens to be the 5-6 crystal. And he's running straight up to the, looks like he's going to be doing the same thing. He's going to come over here and check out the bushes, maybe? Yeah. So same idea from both runners to check all this stuff over here first. Clifford did not go over to the digging game, so I guess we'll see if Ninban does go that far.
Yeah, now Ninban can't do the giant bomb because he hasn't beaten Desert yet.
Oh, of course, that's right. I guess half of the crystals missing is kind of a reason that you can't do that quite yet.
Yeah, the bomb vendor gets grumpy if you haven't done all the things he wants.
He will sell you a bunch of bombs, though. If you just got into the Dark World and you're going to Hype Cave and you just happen to be out of bombs, I think you can buy like 30 bombs there for 80 rupees or so. It's a little expensive compared to the other ones, but man, it's a lot.
Is it ever? And it's just 20 rupees on the pyramid.
Right, here we go. It's all coming down to this. There's the mitts! Oh, baby. Game wanted you to do a super early Swamp Palace just to grab those mitts from the Pyramid Fairy.
Whew.
That is like the rest of the world open to these guys. They've only done 2 dungeons. Oh, I guess they've done Hera as well.
But that is a huge leg up for Clifford. And, you know, with Ninban having done Bombos already, he might be waiting a while to go back to Desert. Especially since he got 2 items out of Desert already. Like, it's not going to look like a high priority location.
Uh-oh. Yeah, you're absolutely right about that. He looks like he's going to the... Oh, no! Yeah, he's taking the long way around. He's going to the Dark World here.
Yeah, well, he has to take the long way around. Ninban doesn't have the mitts.
Yep, he certainly does.
And Clifford is indeed doing the water play, as Ninban's going to do a ped check for us.
We'll be able to see our second text of there being just some health on the pedestal. But I suppose if you're just turning in since the last one, this will be your first time seeing it.
Yeah, spoilers.
Alright, Clifford's going to be getting his Tempered Sword. Man, he's going to feel really good about that. Think, oh, I should have come here before Swamp.
Yeah.
Well, we will be able to see what Zora has. Ninban did not have the money to check this when he was running through here earlier.
That's
but
right.
man,
Clifford sees that 300 on the legend is now thinking, I should have come here a long time ago, I bet.
Yeah, he wouldn't have needed more than 200.
But Ninban is going to make the play on Skull Woods for us.
Skull Woods is a notoriously, I guess, lucrative place, even though it only has 2 items in this version of the logic. It feels like Skull Woods and Mire both only having 2 items. Still feel like majority of the time they've got something good.
Yeah, now what I've heard is that with the V27 update that we saw on Saturday, Mothula can no longer have a small key. So that kind of reduces the effectiveness of the chests in Skull Woods. Which makes it a bit less lucrative, but still not a bad play. Clifford's going to give us a hobo check.
Oh, I missed what one of the chests were. The one that Ninban checked on the left side. I think the stream kind of hiccuped at that moment. But it definitely wasn't the fire rod or the bow, because that's what I searched for immediately. Oh, he got the map there. I see.
Now,
There's only... Oops, go ahead.
Oh, Clifford's not going to make the play. Maybe he will. He's got Titan's Mitt. He's got Flippers. He's got Bombos. I want to see him go into Ice Palace.
Oh no, he could definitely complete it.
He is going to make kind of the standard play and go into Skull Woods here.
Yeah, even though Ice is a pendant, I mean, you still gotta feel the, man, I wish I could go more to this dungeon. Or at least find some other things to make it a little more tolerable. 10 hearts and blue mail are fine, probably, but, maybe you could hope for something a little more.
And Ninban intentionally takes the death there to get some health back. Unfortunately, he got a bit of lag when he opened that chest, and I didn't see what it was.
Yeah, without the fire rod, that's going to be the last spot he's going to be able to check here. So he's going to have to kind of hoof it out of here and head back towards Thieves Town, presumably.
Well, crystal dungeon there, 4 items, and you've got the hammer. That's a very strong play regardless.
Yeah, Thieves Town, pretty good. If you have the hammer there, that's definitely a good spot to check. 4 items, and it's, you know, not all that difficult or anything. So even if you're low on survivability, I still feel like it's a pretty good play. There's the bow hanging out in Sea House.
Well, that'll take a lot of the trolley edge off of this seed.
Yeah, the D in the sea. As he heads into TT.
Oh, gee.
Please. Oh my gosh. All right.
Yeah, I'm out of
Video
rhymes there,
games.
so we'll continue. All right, Clifford is going to show us what that other chest in Skull Woods has.
Oh, careful. Almost got knocked into the clutch. I found out was what they're called. The giant hands.
They're not called wall masters?
They're not. I believe they're called the clutch. There's the shovel in Thieves Town. Oh no! He gets clutched!
Oh no! That was, See, I want to say that was a clutch play, but it very much was not.
It was a clutch play. I mean, it was, but, you know, not in the normal sense.
Alright, Ninban has cleared out the first quarter of Thieves Town. Unfortunately, I didn't catch what any of those chests were. Just
Yeah,
frame hiccups at the wrong moment.
It's exactly at the wrong time, you're right.
Alright,
So-
that Skull Woods chest was just a compass, so
So are both items in Skull Woods behind the fire rod?
I believe they are. And that means they're not even good items unless it's, like, a required Quake or the Cane of Samaria?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Or more fetch quest items, hooray.
Yeah, we did see that shovel in Thieves Town, which is kind of a nasty find when they've already cleared out the rest of that area of the world.
Yeah. Well, they didn't do digging game, did they?
Ninban did, and
Oh,
found
he did
300
already.
rupees there.
I see. Well, at least once he gets to the southern bomb hut in town with the mirror, he can run all the way down there if he really wants to.
That's right.
I gotta say, with that bow find, Pod feels like a pretty good place to go after this. Well, I don't know about that. They have access to everything, so...
Yeah,
East
if it
Death
were a
Mountain,
crystal,
of
it would
course,
be a
has-
great play.
Oh, you're right, it's not, is it?
No, it is just a pendant, and we know there's no ped required.
Yeah, so I guess they have East Death Mountain. They know they won't be able to get into Turok without that cane, but...
So, did Clifford get his bow?
He hasn't been
Okay,
in Thieves Town
he's
yet.
doing C-shaped house.
Oh,
house
wait.
right now.
Right, it wasn't it.
There we go. There's his bow. I was worried for a second there.
Good, good, good. Oh, and the big chest in Thieves Town is the bug net. Oh boy. I'm glad they waited until they had the hammer to come here.
Yeah, so Aghanim, did we rule out Aghanim already?
We did, unfortunately.
Ah, shucks.
Now he's definitely not required. Does Blind's appearance change between games? A lot of the NPC color palettes are actually based off Link sprite. So if you're not using the Link sprite or something, you know, similar, the NPCs will look kind of weird sometimes. I think it adds a nice flavor.
Yeah, it's a bit surprising the first time you see it, but